Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today is the day. Today is the day that I will be trying my best to book out my idea for an all women's pay-per-view. Now, my ideas might not be as great as any others, but I'm pretty sure, as always, there'll be a pre-show. So I've kind of, you know, thought of a few pre-show match ideas. So, so yeah. First off, we're going to talk about that battle royal. I I had to listen to King Schmidt's video. So I'm not stealing from him. I'm just thinking maybe I could pitch some of his ideas as well, because some of them I think are pretty good. But I do have a good idea of what I want as well. Um, we could have that battle royal like you mentioned. But what I would do with that battle royal is that maybe the winner of that battle royal, whether it's someone from the NXT UK, the NXT, or SmackDown or Raw, instead of them just winning probably a trophy, which is probably gonna happen if there's gonna be a battle royal, they'll probably just throw a trophy on there. Instead of just giving them a trophy, how about giving them the right to compete against the champion? Now, I've heard a lot of people say that, you could have, we could set up a few matches for the women's championships, but I would not mind if the winner of that battle royal would take on one of the champions at Evolution. Like, maybe if you don't have any ideas for them, just give them like a random opponent, give them like someone new. But or you could use this to elevate someone, and then maybe they're a future number one contender down the line. So that's what I would do with that battle royal. I'd give them a future opportunity at a women's championship. So that battle royal, I see that being on the pre-show. And if there's one pre-show match that I would not mind if WWE just put on, just for the sake of putting it on, which is a match that I kind of want to see, that is Mandy Rose versus Kelly Kelly. Now, I'll tell you why I want to see that match. Because, I'm not trying to be all fan favorite here. Like, oh, I love Kelly Kelly, so of course I want to see her in a match. I don't think that... I'm not trying to say that is the reason. I think Mandy Rose is very similar to Kelly Kelly in a way. She's got long blonde hair, nice body, she's gorgeous. And I think Mandy and Kelly could just, have like a little match on the pre-show, because but people don't really watch the pre-show. People don't normally watch the pre-show, so you could just put these two on the pre-show, give them like a 10-minute match, have Mandy Rose beat Kelly Kelly in a one-on-one match. You would have Sonya Deville in the Battle Royal, so Sonya wouldn't really have any time to, aid Mandy, which that's something I wouldn't want anyway. So I think you give Mandy a nice win over Kelly Kelly on the pre-show, which is something I honestly don't mind. I don't mind that, because Kelly Kelly and the rest of the legends will probably be on the pre-show. Will probably be on the pre-show in that battle royal. So that's one of my ideas as well. The Raw Women's Championship. Look, I am going to swallow the pill, okay? I'm going to swallow my bitter pill for once. We'll just say Ronda Rousey's champion, Okay, let's just say Ronda Rousey becomes Raw Women's Champion at SummerSlam. I'm gonna swallow my bitter pill just for this video. Now, a lot of people seem to forget that there are 2 extra pay-per-views coming up before Evolution. You got Hell in a Cell and the Super Showdown. So you would think, so some people think, I heard King Schmid mention it. He didn't mention Hell in a Cell or Super Showdown at all. He just bypassed those pay-per-views and said, Alexa Bliss cashes in her rematch, and then she's done, we'll go straight to Evolution. How about this? How about we have Ronda and Alexa at Hell in a Cell? Have Alexa invoke her rematch at Hell in a Cell, and they're inside the Hell in a Cell structure, and then maybe at Super Showdown, we can get, some build to Ronda and Natalya. Maybe you could have Ronda and Natalya in a tag team match against Bliss and James, and then after when Ronda and Natalya get the win, you have Natalya turn heel, and then you can get Natalya versus Ronda Rousey. That is the best way for that whole sequence to work, in my opinion. I would have that's what I would do. I'd have Alexa, I'd have Alexa involved for a little bit longer, and then after that Super Showdown, you can move her on to something else. Because Alexa, she doesn't really need the title anymore. But I just don't. The only thing that I don't want is Alexa Bliss fading into obscurity. That's the only thing I don't want when she loses the Women's Championship. SmackDown Women's Championship, I'd have Becky be the champion here. And maybe you could put her against... You could put her against Charlotte. Or you could just put someone against NXT. Someone against NXT. Someone in NXT against Becky. But I don't know, but I would personally go with Charlotte and Becky. Maybe there's a Charlotte heel turn coming. Like maybe Charlotte comes back, all happy for Becky that she's champion. Then eventually she gets jealous and turns heel that way. I've always preferred Charlotte as a face. But if they're going to turn her heel, I'd say, okay, fair enough. Fair enough, turn her heel. Everyone needs to turn heel at some point. But the one thing I find bizarre is that, Charlotte is just so big in the public eye now. She's so big in the public eye, it would feel a bit awkward for her to be a heel, considering that she's very much a big fan favorite. But maybe Charlotte's heel turn will elevate more fans to get behind Becky Lynch. Because Becky's character, I wouldn't mind a Becky heel turn, but Becky's character is just so inspiring. It's so hard to have her as a heel, in my opinion. But Charlotte, if she goes heel, I'd be okay with it, as long as Charlotte doesn't be as annoying as she was on Monday Night Raw when she was a heel. That's the only thing I don't want from Charlotte if she's a heel. I just don't want her to be pushed so freaking hard and just sounding very nauseating when she was on Monday Night Raw. I would probably go with an Asuka heel turn, but doesn't seem like that's going to be happening. It seems like they're going to be going with Charlotte instead. So yeah, I'd go Charlotte and Becky. Have Becky overcome the evil queen that is trying to claim her throne. Trying to claim back her throne. Next match is something I would love to see. It's a dream match of mine. The Iconics versus the Bellas. Bella Twins, Nikki and Brie. Now, I just want to bring this up to you guys. I know I've been saying quite a bit on this channel that I'm very upset that WWE, aren't using Nikki and Brie anymore. Because apparently now they're part-timers. Why? Why are they part-timers for? Is it because of Total Bellas? Is that why they're part-timers? I don't want to be negative, but I'm very, very upset that they've made them part-timers. We don't need part-time women. We don't need to start creating part-timers for the women. That will give Vince a stupid idea to probably put the title on Nikki or Brie and have them disappear for a few months. I don't want them to be like Brock Lesnar. I don't want anyone to be like Brock Lesnar. To show up for a few dates. I want Nikki and Brie back full time. I know Nikki has had neck issues. I know she's had neck issues. Brie semi-retired. Brie semi-retired at WrestleMania. She didn't fully retire. I'm not going to complain too much about it. If they come back for this event, I'd be happy. But I just don't understand why Total Bellas is, counts as part-time. They've had no issues doing it when they were on the road before. But now it's a problem. I don't get it. I don't get why they're part-timers, and I don't think they should be part-timers. The Bella Twins versus the Iconics, I love to see that. I don't know about you guys, but do people look at the Iconics as a brand new version of the Bella Twins in a way? The Iconics, when you look at the Iconics as a team, some people might say, oh, they're just, they're like the newer version of the Bella Twins. But instead, they're not twins. They're a team, but they're like the brand new version of the Bella Twins. Maybe you could pull a storyline up that, since the Iconics are going to be the heels in this story, you could have like the story like the Bella Twins coming back. Maybe the Bella Twins handpick someone to face, and the Iconics. You could have the Iconics maybe say, "Oh, we grew up idolizing the Bella Twins. We loved watching the Bella Twins on our TVs, and all that nonsense." You could have the Iconics do that. You could have the Iconics talk about how they idolized the Bella Twins, and when they became wrestlers, it was their goal to destroy their idols. Because if they're going to be the heels, you'd have them be like, we wanted to be the Bella Twins, but we are going to destroy the Bella Twins at the same time. We will end the Bella Twins, and you would have the Iconics do that. You would have the Iconics and the Bella Twins at Evolution. The Iconics should defeat the Bella Twins. There's no reason to bring the Bella Twins back and have them bury the Iconics even further. Honestly, I would have Billie Kay or Peyton Royce pin Nikki, because Nikki Bella is more of the bigger name than Brie. Not being disrespectful, but Nikki's the bigger name. So if you have Billie Kay or Peyton pin, Nikki Bella, it'll be a nice win for them because they beat the longest reigning Divas champion. So yeah, the Iconics should get that win. Right there. Now, what else can we think about? The NXT Women's Championship. I'm guessing it's going to be Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler. There's no issue there. There is no reason to not do that. So you can easily just do that. Easy done there. Sasha Banks versus... I think Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair could be a good match. Now, Bianca, I've seen little glimpses of Bianca. She's decent. I don't mind her. Don't mind her. You know, having Bianca Belair take on Sasha Banks would be pretty cool. Where do you fit Bayley in all this? Well, if they're going with the whole friendship angle, if they're still going to be friends, why not? Why not have Bayley accidentally cost Sasha Banks this match, and then you could set up a match between them, maybe build it up to WrestleMania. I don't know. I think that's a bit of a stretch, but I would go that way. I'd do that. I'd have Sasha versus Bianca Belair. Bayley accidentally costs Sasha this match, and Bayley snaps, not Bayley, Sasha Banks snaps and turns heel. And then you could do something maybe at Survivor Series between them. That's basic my idea. Ember Moon. Now, Ember Moon is another one I thought long and hard about, and I've heard a lot of people wanting to put her in a, maybe in a match against someone from NXT. But I would do something different. I don't know how people are going to take me saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I would have Ember Moon take on Asuka. Now, I know what some people are going to say. Some people are going to say, oh, that should be championship material. That's a WrestleMania-like match. No. These two should be champion. I don't think you should be saying that anymore. Asuka is now ruined. Asuka's been ruined. Ember Moon lost to KFC Logan. Now, of course, that shouldn't mean anything to their careers, but it means a lot to Asuka. But we can have an epic encounter with these two without a championship. I've said this many times on my videos. Not every big main event match needs to be for the championship. Not every big women's match needs to have a title involved. And this is just another match. You could just put these two together for the sake of wanting... You could put this match together as Ember Moon wanting at least one more match with Asuka, because she's afraid she may never verse Asuka again while she's on Monday Night Raw. So you could have her, convince Asuka to give her another match. And then maybe you have Ember Moon eclipse the Empress and get her win. And finally get her win over Asuka. I think Asuka losing to Moon isn't really going to be damaging. And finally, guys, this is going to be the last match that I'm going to talk about. That is the Hall of Famous Trish Stratus and Lita. Look, I'm going to tell you guys straight up. I'm not a fan of bringing Hall of Famers back and putting them in matches. And I'll tell you why I'm not a big fan of it. Because if you're retired, you should stay retired. Trish and Lita, they've had their time. They've had their time. They were the standard bearers of this division in the Attitude Era. In my opinion, there's no reason for them to compete. But because it's this pay-per-view, I will make an obsession. An obsession. Whatever the word is. Whatever the word I'm trying to say is, you know what I'm trying to say. I don't mind if they're going to be at this pay-per-view. But I do have a bit of an issue with them, being back, wrestling. I was okay with it at the Royal Rumble because I knew they were going to be in the Royal Rumble. That was a fact. I knew they were going to be in the Royal Rumble. So I really wasn't too frustrated about that. Trish and Lita will, in my opinion, should take on Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. Because here's an interesting dynamic that I could see about it. Trish and Lita, they're best friends and they've had their rivalries. Same with Alexa and Mickie. They're best friends and they've had their rivalries. What could be so cool about it is that you're looking at Mickie. You could have Mickie say to Trish, she is the second coming of Trish Stratus. You could have something like that. Trish and Lita see Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. They talk to Mickie James about, what's happened to you. You become nothing more than just a little pet for someone like Alexa. And then you could have Mickie James say to Trish, Alexa Bliss is the second coming of Trish Stratus. She's a 5-time women's champion. All she needs to do is win 3 more women's titles and she's surpassed your record. Mickie James could easily call Alexa Bliss that. The second coming of Trish. That's something that, and I can tell a lot of people think that. Now again, I know everyone hates it. Like, I don't understand why people hate Alexa. So you hate Alexa because she's being overly pushed? So why should someone being heavily being pushed should make a reason for you to hate somebody? I don't want Alexa Bliss to fade into obscurity. I'm being deadly honest with you. I don't want Alexa Bliss to fade into obscurity when she loses the championship. I want her to remain at the top tier. Sure, she doesn't need a title, but I just want her to remain in the top tier. I don't want her to lose the championship to someone like Ronda Rousey and then, fade into obscurity like she's becoming a jobber, like she's just there to lose every week. I don't want that to happen to Alexa. That's the thing I fear when she loses the championship. What are they going to do with her after that? That's the thing I'm worried about. And I would have Alexa Bliss and Mickie James defeat Trish and Lita. Now, I don't want to come on here and sound disrespectful. I don't want Trish and Lita to come back and bury Alexa Bliss. I'm sorry. That is just something I don't want. If you want to bring them that, if you want to have them to come back, fine. You can have Trish and Lita back. But Trish and Lita need to put over Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. I don't want them coming back and burying Alexa Bliss. As in pinning Alexa Bliss. Now some people could say, oh, but what if it's one of them pinning Mickie? What if they pin Mickie? Are you going to be upset if they pin Mickie instead of Alexa Bliss? Fine. If you want to give them a win, make sure it's on Mickie. But still, I don't want them coming back. Stealing the spotlight from 2 younger talents. Now I know Mickie James isn't young, but I don't want them coming back and stealing the spotlight. It's the same thing with the Bella Twins. I want the Bella Twins back. I want to see them back, but I don't want to see them bury someone like the Iconics. I want them to put over the Iconics. It's the same thing here for Trish and Lita. They need to do the exact same thing. Put over Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. That's all I asked for. That's all I asked for. You want Mickie and you want Alexa, you want Trish and Lita back? Fine. As long as they put over Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. That's all I ask for. Anyway, guys, that is the end of my pay-per-view prediction ideas for Evolution. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Comment your opinions down below. What did you think of my match card? Is there anything you would change? If so, let me know. And be sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so yet. And be sure to follow me on Twitter at pballantyne95. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.